and on the back, I like how Jacob's like,
The back looks pretty good.
It does.
this looks like a reject.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, so as you can see here, we have a little bit of a scuffed video coming out on a Sunday morning, which is, don't get used to it. This won't be a regular thing. This is just a thing for this week. Maybe we'll do more of these as time goes on. Regardless, we're doing a tier list. The first 3 minutes of this were corrupted, so that's why I have to fill you in on the back end and why Homunculus Defenseless is talking to chat over there. And so let me just fill you in on what's actually happening here. We did a Twitch stream. On that Twitch stream, I decided we should rank the monsters of Monster Hunter Rise by their taste.
Close enough. Roll credits.
So, as time goes on, new rules will be implemented, things will be explained as we go on. Here's what you need to know. S rank, really good food. That's what you basically need to know. F rank, don't you dare fucking think about eating it. Don't do it. I'm looking at you. I know you're thinking about it. D rank, you could probably eat it, but you would not be happy about eating it. That's like a last result thing. Everything else in between is everything else in between. Look, you know what it's a tier list video. What did you think was going to happen? Did you think that this was going to be some miraculous new development or something crazy? Anyways, let's look over the list before, the audio cuts in and I can explain myself. Aknosom, S+ tier. Look, he's a big chicken. You know it's gonna taste good. S rank Kuluyaku. He's a bird wyvern and got a good diet too, just eating nothing but eggs. Most likely tasty as hell, dude. That thing's good. Azuros. Dude, Azuros? He has to be tasty. Imagine the cats from Iceborne cooking that up. Ooh, you got a nice stew going right there. And then in D rank, Geratodus. Yeah, that thing's diet is total dog, and it would make me throw up. Kiezu. The texture of The texture of Kiezu is enough to make me want to hurl, and I don't think God himself intended for that creature to be eaten. That thing is fucked. He's the one that inspired this list, so I'm gonna let chat and live Defenseless take it away. Almadon, it's a snake, isn't it? Yeah, but like, have you ever eaten snake? And also, it's not like a healthy snake. It is almost fish, but it does live in like straight up mud. Almadon could be bad. Oh, reptiles are like a luxury food. You know what? We're gonna go B, because he could swing either way. Anjanath. Doesn't Anjanath like always have a cold? Anjanath is shit. Okay, hold on. Anjanath, we have to compare it to like actual tier. Geratodus tastes awful. Kiezu, unedible. Absolutely unedible. Like, I'm gonna try to ignore the apex monsters for the most part because we haven't fought them yet, but god, Anjanath literally has boogers consistently. Well, that's a good point, but don't you, technically speaking, like, clean it? I'll put him slightly above Almadon. You know what? No, he's going in A tier. You know why? Here's what it is. He's an apex. He's got a good diet going. He's eating protein, he's big, he's probably got some good meat on him. He'd be good jerky, but that's about it. I mean, let's look up Anjanath. Oh, that's a fucking lean cut of meat, boys. He's also got wings. He's a carnivore, got big delicious jaws. Pure muscle. I don't know what that is. It looks like someone's kink, apparently. Yeah, actually, with the lack of fat, he might be too lean. You guys might be right. Fuck. He's going back down to B. I just refuse to think Almadon tastes any better. Like, look at that. You can't tell me this thing doesn't have parasites. I mean, it's just living in the nastiest water. You're doing Geratodus, honestly. We eat catfish, and we would definitely eat a Geratodus. Geratodus can't be healthy for you. Geratodus is fucked. You know who actually is fucked? I will go with this. Chameleos. 100%. The poison in Chameleos, that's not coming out. That is way deeper than skin deep. Chameleos, poison, you're fucked. Geratodus is a big sardine. He's not even in salt water. What the fuck do you mean? Jera is like an A. I'll bump Geratodus up because he might be edible. Chameleos F tier. Yeah. This is gonna be a weird one. Baroth probably tastes significantly good. As opposed to Anjanath, where Anjanath has like no fat on him at all. Baroth kind of needs fat. He's in cold areas all the time. He's probably got like a nice primordial pouch going, He's got something cooking there. You could get a nice Baroth. I think most of the cold monsters would be good. You know what? Lagombi's definitely good. Got fat and good muscle. Yeah, you're not gonna die of rabbit starvation from Lagombi. He's got some good on him. He's tasty. Ask ChatGPT. That's a bold statement right there. Oh, what the f? They primarily feed on ores and crystals along with a little bit of meat and plant matter. All right, F tier. Get the f out of here. You taste awful. It won't taste good. That's the baseline. True. Abigail from Stardew would love eating Basarios, bruh. Baroth. This comes down to diet again. Bugs. Okay, possibly edible. He definitely got muscle on his legs from running and charging. No matter what, it's underneath Andronath. Andronath has a good diet. Yeah, C slightly above Geratodus. I probably wouldn't like eating it due to the fact that it's probably fucked. You know, it's probably got a lot of awful shit in it. It's Hayden. He eats fruit. That's a hard one. You know what? Before we do Hayden, let's just do an easy one out of the way. Woggy, poison is probably... You know what? Okay, hold on. If we're going to place Woggy, we need to ask ourselves a question. Because clearly, Chameleos is fucked. The poison is fucked, right? But here's the difference with Woggy. It wouldn't taste good, but you could probably remove the poison sac like a fugu fish. Yeah, I think you could separate the poison from a Woggy corpse. I really think you could. With the Chameleos, you're fucked. Woggy's like a fugu, not correct. If prepared incorrectly, you'd be fucked. You'd be done. That's why I'm like, maybe D tier. I think D tier is kind of fair. Prepared right, it would be edible, possibly tasty, maybe chicken-like for being small. Same thing for Puke Puke. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, wherever Woggy goes, Puke Puke goes, but I would put him a little bit higher because it seems like Puke Puke probably has a little bit more meat on his bones. If not like a better meat ratio, you know? Is there anything here that will even rival Anklesome or whatever the f that bird is called? Like, just scouring through this list really quickly, I'm like, I don't know of anything that would possibly come near that. Okay, hold on. Crafted said something wild. I think Anklesome and Kulu should swap. Interesting take. Why? I'll hear you out. Anklesome is like, he's a big turkey. He's gonna be tasty as shit. Anklesome is little meat compared to Kulu. Kulu eats eggs. He's an egg stealer. Anklesome, let's look at the diet of an Anklesome. A traditional what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Top of the food chain? What the top comment on that Reddit post was, I can't wait for Anklesome to defeat Rathalos based. He's gonna be tasty with little meat. Kulu is a dodo type meat and a lot more meat compared to Anklesome. I don't know, man. Do we feel okay putting them both in S tier? Because I feel like they're both, like, I would go out of my way to hunt both an Anklesome and a Kulu depending on the taste. I'm okay with moving them up. Truly I am. Okay. That's a fair trade-off. They're very close. Okay, Hayden. I'm thinking like... Shit. Okay, hold on. Let's compare. Bitch Hayden has a good diet, moves around. He's probably a little fatty. Maybe I could see him here. You know? I could see him in a little bit of A, high B. It really depends here. I mean, he's like a monkey. He probably got a lot of meat on his bones, but I don't think he's eating bad. He's just eating fruit. How do you type that? Because it sure as fuck isn't Hayden. I don't know, man. He eats a lot of fruits. Probably got the shits. He got a little gut. Gotta clean him well. Make sure he doesn't have that poison fruit. That's true too. Fuck, that might drop him. Okay, that drops him into B. If he has a poison fruit in him, that could get you. It could, just like that. Just bam. That's fair. That's fair. All right. Diablos. Diablos eats bugs, and Diablos does eat cactuses. Good meat. I mean, you're probably not wrong. It's definitely one that I'd be interested in. If someone was like, yo, you want some Diablos? It would taste like camel. Do you know what camel tastes like? Diablos, I think, is good meat. Beef, maybe A tier? Yeah, I could see him being A tier. He has a good diet, a healthy diet. I've tried camel, and that's delicious. Jesus Christ. Some people smoke camels, but you've eaten it. That's crazy, dude. Gross hag. Oh, it could be kind of cow and bull-like. You're absolutely right. I mean, you think this thing... Well, it is fatty. Is bear meat good? Let's ask that question. Let's ask Google. A mix of venison and pork. You know what? Yeah. I think that's almost fair. I think we have our next S. I could see some slow cooked gross hag being good. I could see the fucking... Ooh, the cat. She could make a fucking mean hot pot. Hold on, where's the video? Yes. Oh. This with gross hag meat? That's beautiful. You know what? Let's establish something here. No matter what it is being prepared by the cats, okay? I feel like it is fair, but it might change up our rankings just a little bit. Because I feel like with anything, they would know what to do. I don't have any faith that they could make Kiezu good. They could not make Chameleos good. They could not, maybe they could make Basarios. Well, no, he eats rocks. We established that. He's These ones definitely are edible, but they're probably mid no matter what. My hunter could not prepare Puke without shitting strength water 5 minutes. Oh boy. Yeah, no, the hunter would have no shot. I feel like all of this stands, but the cat is the one preparing it. So that kind of, that pushes this upwards. Like, we ain't chefs, but these cats be cooking true. Great baggy. I'm a little bit... Great baggy might be the best thing right before sleep. You could just knock yourself the fuck out. I don't know if the cats could prepare that well. That might be like a B, C tier type thing. Because, I mean, fuck, what are you supposed to do with that? I don't know, man. That strikes me as one that would taste awful. He can't be cold-blooded if he lives in the cold. He dies, LMAO. Yeah, they're definitely warm-blooded. Yeah, I mean, I'd say most reptiles couldn't live there, but... Well, no, but are they reptiles? It's in the name bird. Here's my follow-up. NyQuil chicken. I mean, this is essentially it. This is the closest we can get to great baggy. Wyvern, not a reptile. Good point. Bird is in the name. Then this is the closest we get to great baggy. Look at that. Is that what you want? That's baggy. S plus tier. Look at that sauce. Look at that. That's great baggy meat on the right. I wouldn't recommend it, but maybe the bird wyverns are tasty, just in general. Does that mean we move up great waggy? Because if the cats are preparing him, they might be able to get that poison sac out of him. He might be top C. I mean, shit. If he tastes like chicken that has the poison sac removed, he needs to be changed, especially because, nah, he deadly. But here's the thing, the cats are preparing him. And if the cats know what they're doing, they're taking that poison sac out. Just like I'd assume they'd take the sleep sac out of Baggy. I mean, it's hard to argue one versus the other. If Baggy is going up, you say C tier for Baggy? Like putting him here? So putting Woggy here too? Baggy would go hard before bed. And same thing, Woggy would go hard if you really had or were like really constipated. If you needed to shit, I mean, go get some great Woggy. If anything, Woggy might be a laxative. Either that or you're gonna throw the fuck up. Izuchi is top A, less A. Exactly. Izuchi has no problem. You know, we can put him up in A. He's tasting good. Izuchi would taste good. The Azushi, or whatever the fuck it's called, full chicken. Yeah. No, he's tasting good. He's probably, I'd say maybe even up an S. He probably tastes good. Magnamalo. Now, here we get to a real humdinger. I have no idea what the fuck a Magnamalo. God, I can't speak for shit. I have no idea what a Magnamalo tastes like. Probably bad. Probably god-awful. Maybe the worst on the list. Maybe, yeah, F. Because that thing's got spirit shit in it. And I'm going to be honest, big cat, yeah, making me not want to eat it. Animal-wise. Like, who the f is going to come up to you and be like, you want to eat tiger? Spirits make you either sick or high. True. Oh, shit. If the chefs are exorcists, probably. Magnamalo D tier. I could see him being near Puke. If a guy came into a bar and was like, yo, I got Magnamalo, you want to cook it up? I'd be like, yeah, okay. I'm going to be honest with you, Mizutsune is probably F or D. I'm going to say F because you know this tastes like bubbles. You know, like aftertaste after you have soap in your mouth and you're like, yeah, Mizutsune is tasting like soap. There's nothing you can get out of that. The cats can't get that taste out. You know it's tasting like fucking soap. It's clean meat but tastes like ass. I mean, dude, it's gonna be bad. Yeah, that's straight up F tier. There's nothing you can do for that shit. We're gonna look at Nargacuga. Okay, I did see opinions in chat about Nargacuga. Here's my argument. Nargacuga's part bat, and I'm gonna be honest, no. I'm not fucking with no bat meat, okay? Mizutsune with sugar could taste like candy. Eat a Narga and get COVID. Based moment. Baroth is pretty high on the list. F. Interesting. Why do you think F? Nargacuga is we don't need it again. Okay, that is true. This motherfucker got some parasitic shit in him. But okay, hear me out. It's fully cooked by the cats. What do you think? Fully cooked by the cats, We got nothing but good meat here. With cats, I'll trust it high, maybe. I'd say, you know what? I'm placing him right above Bitch Hayden. I'd trust it a little bit more. Would I want it? Maybe not. You need to make sure that's not rare. It's just hard, like, cooked through and through. Rajang is probably one of the most disgusting. Yeah, that's got to be the leanest meat on this list. You have to tenderize that shit with like an actual hammer. Get the hunting horn out and tenderize it for 6 years. Now the cats could probably do it, but I don't even know if the cats could do this justice. This is going maybe beneath Magnum Aloe. You know, if you bite into that thing's hard as a fucking brick of steel. There's one man. There's one man who could eat it. The Admiral. The Admiral could definitely fucking look at him. He could eat it. The Admiral could definitely eat it. He could take a Rajang. He could eat it. Yeah, look at all the protein. That's gotta have insane mac in more ways than one. I think for everybody else though, there's not a chance in hell that you could eat a Rajang. That would be brutal. That'd be absolutely fucking brutal. Okay, one of the inspirations for this list. That spider's gotta taste like absolute disgustingness. There's nothing edible. What the that it would be crunchy. It would be on fire. That would suck. I'll put him in between Magnum Aloe and Rajang. Maybe even, no, he might go down an F, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, he is literally an exoskeleton covered in silk. Think about it. Okay. I thought about it. Most of the time, crabs are the same as a spider, because a spider is an arachnid. And I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen a spider that's got meat. Crabs actually have meat, though. Hold on. Crabs have meat in their claws. In their like gross little legs, they barely have any. The floor's all yours. If you want to convince us that a f***ing spider tastes good, not to mention it's on fire, where would you rank Ronka? Ronka eats other animals and eat rocks and leaves. What the fuck? You're thinking C? Maybe that's fair. I might go high D, if not D in general. Because if we're saying the cats know what they're doing, which in fairness is what we're saying, we need to judge it based on what the meat would taste like. And it's really hard for me to taste or try to figure out what an insect tastes like. Hairy crabs are eaten. Interesting, bold statement. At the end of the day, it is fire. I've eaten a cricket, so I'm going off that. Weird texture, not even good. Was it properly cooked, or did you just find it on the ceiling and you're like, cricket? Spiders taste bland. Yeah, I don't even know if spiders have enough fucking meat. Have you seen that spider unboxing? Rathalos is going to be an interesting one because Rathalos also determines Rathian. And I'm kind of, I don't know what to say about Rathian. Because, like, I love her to pieces, but I don't know what a dragon would taste like. Or, my bad, a wyvern. What would a wyvern taste like? Let's get some easy ones out of the way, okay? Let's go for the easy ones that no one's going to have objections for. Wind Serpent, Narwhal, Thunder Serpent. These two tastes probably the worst. Like, ew. Velkhana. Velkhana is probably really bad. Maybe. No, it's probably high F tier. Valstrax, you're right. God, not Velkhana. Valstrax is most likely somewhat edible, but probably just dog shit tier. Probably incredibly bad. I'm going to throw Tigrex right next to the Rajang. I feel like that's fair. They're both incredibly muscular, and they're both incredibly tasting. He might be a little bit better, because I feel like Rajang is probably inedible. Tigrex is probably horrible. It's probably like the worst meat you've ever tasted in your life. Is it edible? Probably. Probably full of muscle. Yeah, but I don't think to the extent of Rajang. Rajang, the Admiral, can eat. No one else. God, there's a lot of fucking hard ones here. Basilgeast. 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 Where the fuck do we put you? If properly prepared, could Basilgeast taste good? Well, hold on. Basil might have a smoky aftertaste. It'd be hard to prepare because he's full of explosive. Basilgeast tastes like burnt rubber. Possibly. That's true too. Okay, I would lean towards burnt rubber taste or like shitty plastic. That's probably pretty bad. He's probably maybe the worst one. Rubber popcorn. Yeah, it would be fucking awful. God, give me more photos. Yeah. Well, those wings are kind of thick. There might be some good food in there, you know? Anime girl. Is there an anime girl here? Up top. Oh, in this. We're going to some dark places, boys. Look at that one. That one's just happy. You know what? If we're assuming the cats are cooking it up, right? Have the cats from Freedom Unite. Like, they start off good. They're like, we got this. My ears are bleeding. Crafted. Oh, yeah, they f***ed up. They all... Health, stamina decreased. They just dip, dude. They kill you and dip. I don't know. Maybe somewhere around here. Where, like, past Magnamalo is pretty bad. Is really bad. But above Magnamalo, maybe. Like, edible-ish. Edible, not a good time. Because I don't think there is a good argument that basil's a good eat. Possibly one of the harder ones here. Royal Ludroth. Royal Ludroth probably tastes awful. It's spongy, watery, probably doesn't have a great diet. I mean, what more could you say? I would say maybe Royal Ludroth, king of the D tiers. Right. Eating sponge, very chewy. Good point. Maybe somewhere right around there. Almost equal to Basil Geest. I feel like Puke Puke is better than Ludroth. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. I do think that's a fair shot. I heard a bunch about Tetranadon. Let's hear it. What do you guys think about Tetranadon? You think he'd be tender? It's a bold claim. What do you really believe about Tetranadon? He's sumo, fat muscle, combines greatly. B tier turtle soup. Okay, slushy cola just fucking took a little bit. Yeah, a nice soup with him. Fuck. We're getting high B, almost maybe A territory. I could see a good turtle soup with that. Yeah, that is straight up facts right there. Brewing him into a nice stew, a nice soup. God damn. Okay, fair. I was proven wrong with that one. Let's go with the hardball. Tobi-Kadachi. Shockingly good. God damn it, Tetro. What does Tobi-Kadachi eat? That's what this one comes down to. Fruits, seeds, herbs, mushrooms, eggs, bugs, small animals, and small monsters. Ooh, interesting. Possibly good. Omnivore. Yeah, he's eating everything. Damn. That might be high B. I think it's a respectable tier. High B, low A. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, the shockiness must go away after a while. Maybe if you dry aged it, to be honest with you. The meat's probably like some of the highest quality, so you dry age that. Ooh, that could be tasty. Rathalos. Let's just hit Rathalos Rathian, because wherever one goes, the other one goes. That looks a little fleshy. Look at that. Oh, those are on sushi? Look at that. I mean, it kind of looks like, I'd say Rathalos. Okay, no good because of the poison. So Wrath, once you take the poison out, maybe a delicacy? A roast? A nice roast of a Rathalos. Get the whole town involved. But Rathian ditches poison in her tail. That's true. Rathian might taste worse than Rathalos. She does have the ability to poison you even when her tail is removed. But that's the thing. When you cut her tail off, she can still poison you. There is something still there, and it might be to the bone. It has to be. So Rathian is probably pretty far down, even possibly an F tier, which is crazy. That is disappointing. They're both going in F. I mean, I don't know what more we can add to the conversation with that. It's poison to the bone. Maybe Rathalos gets to survive and gets to go. Okay, where do we put him then? If it's only in his claws, right? Look up if Rathalos has poison in his tail. No. Okay, so Rathalos is fine. Rathian, Shadow Realm. Rathalos is the one that really needs to be talked about here. Well, Rathalos poisons you through his talons, which, I mean, maybe that's... You're talking about the meat and the thighs. A Rathalos is a village shared meal. Possibly true. Fair. Is this more or less like a ceremonial thing, like a roasting of a pig, where they like build a pit and they like bury him in it and then cook him? I mean, there's still poison in a Rathalos. See, that's what I'm concerned about. But we already brought up earlier with the Worgi dilemma that we had to go through, that this is being prepared by the cats. So presumably there might be a poison gland within the Rathalos, And since the Rathalos doesn't poison you with its tail, and presumably wouldn't poison you after its tail's been cut, we can assume the poison in a Rathalos is okay. It's probably in a gland, most likely can be removed. With the Rathian, you cut that tail, still can poison you. That meat is bad. Okay, let's talk. I think that the highest it can go is probably, maybe, I'm feeling B. Almost B tier. Because B tier is right where you're getting monsters that you're like, shit, maybe. You know, if prepared well. And I think that's the delineation, is that B tier is that if prepared well. Now the real question becomes where in B tier? Above Narga, below Tobi. Because Tobi has a great diet. Presumably Rathalos does have a great diet too. But Narga is very lean. Not good lean. Probably in that realm of like turtle lean. Fucking rough. Rathalos, I can see him there. Yeah, I'm agreeing with that. Oh, fuck. The mermaid. Fuck. What the fuck does a Scomaranth eat? Fish? That's a good point. We can't find a conclusive thing about what it eats, but it does pick up clams and like smash them on its belly like an otter. So there is a good chance that what it... I mean, oh, look at those. Look at those fucking fingers. Jesus Christ, that's disgusting. That's fucking awful. Fuck, the more I'm looking at this photo, this thing looks sickly. Shit. Fuck. Oh, God. Yeah, man, I tried to play devil's advocate for this thing, but god damn. Yeah, this thing is fucking disgusting. I mean, it might have a diet of clams and fucking shell creatures, but Jesus Christ. Look at it. Oh my god, it's got fucking frog lips. Oh boy. Yeah, none of these photos really make me want to eat this thing. Looks disgusting. It looks like a it looks like a nun with its folded hands and shit. It's got limp wrists out. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh god, this is okay. D is the absolute fucking top. I might say this is high D or low D. I don't want to touch this thing. I really don't want to touch this fucking thing. The 9-foot pole. I don't know what you're pulling out of it. Like an eel. Okay, hold on. Wait, isn't there that Japanese? Yeah. Okay. Slushy, you are fucking catching some shit that we are all off board. You say one sentence, absolutely pivot us. I could see this thing over a bowl of rice. Yeah, that might change us for Ludroth, because Ludroth might be nice over some rice. I mean, look at some of this. And the cats are gonna get it, right? The cats are going to... Oh, Jesus. Fuck. Look at that poor bastard. Oh, fuck, man. Jesus Christ. Look at that poor bastard. That could be a delicacy. I could see Scomaranth being possibly in an S tier. Volvidon is an interesting question because he hits himself a lot. And that's... You gotta think about that. The Volvidon's disgusting. It has to be just disgusting. It's like a marmot. It's just a pangolin for other reasons. For reasons of COVID, I'll put him in F. Oh god, it's not gonna show what I'm eating. F tier. I hate that monster with my entire being. He farts. Nah, armadillo. Yeah, you're not gonna armadillo, all that shit. That's gotta be bad. That's gotta be horrible. That's gotta be borderline. I would say it might be edible, like, because that's what D tier is. D tier is somewhat edible, but like bad. Whereas F tier is you eat it, you are dying. There's no preparation that can save that. The armadillo, it's like, fuck, man. I don't know. That's disgusting. There's nothing good in there. Don't armadillos carry salmonella? Leprosy? Oh, it's worse than salmonella. Do they carry leprosy? Yes. 9-banded armadillos can naturally be infected with f***ing leprosy. So that's never mind. You are going straight into F tier. Yeah, armadillo, that is f***ing disgusting. The final three, and Jesus H. Christ. Oh boy. Zinogre. I'm morally conflicted about Zinogre because it's dog. It's like wolf dog electric muscle. So I almost want to say worse than fucking Rajang. At least Rajang's like edible. This one's gonna shock you. You know? I feel like Zinogre's all bone. Well, he's got arms. He's got big boy arms. Like, he's got some muscle. He's got a thick neck. So there's probably something there, but it's going to be lean. The insects would be hard to remove. Dude, that's true. They'd be like trying to sting you and shit. He's got meat, but it's not good. He's in that Rajang family of like lean. He might be just, God, it's a real toss up between these three. I think that's fair. Any objections to Zinogre? You know when you have like a dead 9-volt battery and you put it on your tongue and you can vaguely taste that like shocky bit? It's not super strong, but it's definitely there. It tastes kind of coppery. That's a Zinogre. That's what we're talking about here. That's disgusting. And the 2 Elder Dragon brothers, Krushala and Teostra. Fucking God. I mean, the cats are gonna have a fucking awful day skinning a Krushala. They're gonna need a real sharp knife to get through that shit. A purple sharpness kitchen knife, which I don't even know if that fucking exists. But top of the food chain, I mean, I feel like this is just gonna be real bad. Sheds its skin, plus it's pure steel. It's a metal dragon, definitely has muscle underneath the steel. Deep fried Krushala, interesting opinions. If prepared well, like what would you do with, what is the best way to prepare extremely lean meat? Slow cooking it. You know what? Okay, hold on. You know what a Krushala would literally be? It would you'd have to like steam it so that the inside muscles, like kind of like crab or like any crustacean, where it literally needs to like steam itself from the inside, and then you have to break the skin. So you got a guy there with like a giant hammer, and he's like, all right, ready to go, and then you just crack it. So it would be a bitch to do, but you crack it open, a bunch of steam pours out, you grab that meat that's inside of there, and then you dunk it in some butter and some seasoning, and then you eat it. Krushala might not be bad. There is definitely some muscle in there. You gotta do it. Oh yeah, it would be rusty. Fuck. I mean, the steel skin, you would have to do, you'd have to crack it and then steam it. I don't know if steam would speed up the rusting process. You'd have to do it fresh. Yeah, you'd have to do it there. Man, that might put him in like, maybe he's the only Elder Dragon that's actually an S tier. B tier. That would make him worse. Well, you know what? Hold on. Tetranadon does have Tetranadon soup. Yeah, maybe A, around the Tetranadon realm, where it's like, damn, dude. If the cats are off that day, it could be a bad fucking day. But if the cats are cooking, holy shit. You. Okay, well, 1, smoky aftertaste. We have to get that established right now. Smoky aftertaste probably tastes a little bit hot. Maybe there's some skull holes involved here, okay? F, interesting. Now, why would you say F? Because F does literally mean to the bone, it is bad. And if we are saying something like Krushala has a hard exterior, but that meat is still good. That meat is in there. D tier means horrible, dog. You're eating feline. Many described lion tasting similar to pork with a gamey flavor like venison. The meat tends to dry with a coarse yet tender texture, not unlike beef. According to first-hand accounts, lion is a unique savory sweetness compared to domestic meats. So, I don't know. Set it on fire, take 1,000 degrees to cook it. Oh, you know what? That is the truest statement right here. In order to cook a Teostra, you would need the firepower of the sun. Nothing's going to cook it. That shit's raw. You could toss it into a campfire for 45 minutes. It would never burn. It would never cook. It's already being cooked 24/7. Would the meat already be cooked? No, it wouldn't. It would just be adverse to the side effects of heat. I mean, Teostra specifically would just be, it would be impossible to cook it. The cats would have no option. They would never, it wouldn't happen. Wow. All right, well, I think that's it. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair distribution. I think we were going to see more at the bottom of the list than at the top of the list. I think that's okay. I agree with double S, or with the S plus tier. I think that that's fair. I think everything that's in F tier is also fair. I think we have good logic, good reason behind this entire list. Thank you, boys. And because this is also a video, call your mother, tell her you love her. Bye.